All right, let's talk about building cash flow that pays you forever. Sounds like a dream, right? The idea that you could wake up in the morning and your bank account has grown while you were sleeping. The idea that you could take a month off to travel or spend more time with your family without worrying about your income stopping. It's the ultimate financial goal for so many of us. True financial freedom. Not just being rich, but owning your time. But for most, it stays a dream because it feels impossibly out of reach. I promise you, it's more doable than you might think. It's not about a get-rich-quick scheme. It's about a fundamental shift in how you think about money and work. The very first and most crucial step is all about your mindset. For our entire lives, most of us are taught a single formula: trade your time for money. You work an hour, you get paid for an hour. You work 40 hours a week, you get a predictable paycheck. This is the employee and even the self-employed trap. Your income is directly and forever tied to the hours you put in. If you stop working, the money stops coming. You've essentially put a ceiling on your earning potential because there are only 24 hours in a day. The mindset shift is moving away from that formula. It's about ceasing to be the engine of your income, and instead, building engines that run without you. You have to shift from trading time for money to building assets that pay you, whether you're working or not. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money. The wealthy person focuses on building their asset column, while everyone else focuses on their income statement and acquiring liabilities they think are assets, like a fancy car or the latest tech. So, what kind of assets are we talking about? What are these magical money-making machines? Well, they fall into a few key categories, each with its own unique characteristics. First, there are rental properties. This is a classic for a reason. You buy a property, and a tenant pays you rent each month. That rental income is designed to cover the mortgage, taxes, insurance, and maintenance, with the leftover cash flowing directly to you. Over time, the tenant is essentially paying off your mortgage for you, building your equity. Plus, the property itself will likely appreciate in value, giving you a second form of return. It can be anything from a single-family home to a small apartment building, or even a vacation rental you manage through a service like Airbnb. Next up, dividend stocks. When you buy a stock, you're buying a tiny piece of a company. When that company makes a profit, it can choose to share a portion of that profit with its shareholders. That payment is a dividend. It's your reward for being an owner. Unlike just hoping a stock's price goes up, dividends provide a regular, predictable cash flow stream, often paid out quarterly. The real magic happens when you reinvest those dividends to buy more shares, which then generate even more dividends. It's the power of compounding in its purest form. Then we have online businesses. This is a vast and exciting category. It could be an e-commerce store where you sell physical products, perhaps using a model like dropshipping, where you don't even hold the inventory yourself. It could be an affiliate marketing website, where you write reviews or create content about other people's products and earn a commission on every sale you refer. Or it could even be a niche blog that generates revenue from ads. Once these systems are built and optimized, they can generate sales and income 24/7 from anywhere in the world. And closely related are digital products. Think online courses, ebooks, design templates, workout plans, or even stock music. This is one of the most powerful models because you leverage your knowledge or skill. The key is to create something of value once, that you can then sell an infinite number of times with near zero cost of replication. You do the hard work up front, the writing, the filming, the designing, and then technology handles the sales and delivery for you, creating an income stream that is almost entirely on autopilot. Okay, that's a lot of options. It can feel overwhelming. So how do you actually get started? Here's the 5-step framework I'd use to go from zero to building a real sustainable cash flow machine. Step 1 is to pick your lane. And I cannot stress this enough. You must choose one. The biggest mistake people make is trying to do everything at once. They try to buy stocks, start a blog, and look at real estate all at the same time, and they end up making progress on nothing. So, what excites you? Your choice should be a blend of your interests, your current skills, and your resources. Are you a numbers person who loves analyzing companies? Dividend stocks might be for you. Are you a hands-on person who enjoys tangible projects? Maybe real estate is a good fit. Do you have a passion or expertise you love sharing with others? A digital product or content business could be perfect. Be honest about your starting capital and available time. Real estate typically requires more capital up front, while a digital product requires more time. Don't fall for shiny object syndrome. Pick one path and commit to it for at least a year. Step 2 is to learn like crazy. Once you've picked your lane, your mission is to become an expert. But this isn't about endless passive learning that leads to analysis paralysis. It's about targeted, actionable education. Read the top 3 books on your chosen subject. Find 5 YouTube channels or podcasts dedicated to that field and consume their content. If it makes sense, invest in a high-quality course. The goal here isn't just to gather information, but to understand the strategies, the vocabulary, and most importantly, the common mistakes to avoid. Learn from those who have already succeeded. Step 3 is to start small. You don't build a skyscraper by starting with the penthouse. You start with a solid foundation and build one floor at a time. The same principle applies here. Your goal is not to hit a home run on your first try. It's simply to get in the game. You don't need a ton of money up front. If you chose stocks, don't wait until you have thousands of dollars. Buy one single share of a dividend stock you've researched, or even a fractional share for just $5. If you chose real estate, maybe your small start is investing $100 into a real estate investment trust, or REIT, which is like a mutual fund for properties. If you chose a digital product, don't try to create a 20-hour masterclass. Start by creating a simple checklist or a short ebook that solves one specific problem. This step is about breaking through the inertia and fear. It's about gaining practical experience and building momentum. That first dollar earned passively is the most important one because it proves the concept to yourself. Step 4 is to reinvest your profits. This is where the growth really accelerates. It's tempting, when you get that first dividend payment or your first online sale, to see it as fun money and spend it. Resist that urge. In the beginning, your cash flow is not for you. It's for your asset. You must use your first returns to grow the asset that generated them. This creates a virtuous cycle, a feedback loop of growth. If you're a stock investor, enroll in a dividend reinvestment plan, or DRIP, to automatically buy more shares. If you're a real estate investor, save every dollar of cash flow to build up the down payment for your next property. If you have an online business, reinvest that profit into marketing to attract more customers, or into better software to improve your product. This is how you turn a small stream of cash into a river. It's the snowball effect in action. Step 5 is to automate and scale. Remember, the goal is to disconnect your time from your income. Initially, you'll be doing a lot of manual work. But as your asset grows, you need to actively look for ways to remove yourself from the day-to-day operations. Use tools and systems to make your cash flow as hands-off as possible. For real estate, this means eventually hiring a property management company. For an online business, it means using email marketing automation, social media schedulers, and eventually hiring virtual assistants for customer service. For stocks, it's already mostly passive, but you can automate your contributions. The goal is to build a system that runs itself, so you can focus your energy on high-level strategy, or, better yet, on enjoying your life. That way, your income keeps rolling in, consistently and reliably, even when you're on vacation, sick, or just don't feel like working. This is the true meaning of passive income. Now, as you go on this journey, there are a few common mistakes to be aware of. First, impatience. People overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10. This is a long game. Second, getting scared by volatility. The stock market will have down days. You might have a vacancy in your rental property. Don't panic. Stay the course. And third, creating another job for yourself. If your passive income stream requires you to work 40 hours a week, you haven't built an asset, you've just started another job. Always be thinking about automation and delegation. And here's the secret sauce that ties it all together: consistency. Building forever cash flow doesn't happen overnight. It's not about one big, heroic effort. It's about the small, unglamorous, consistent actions you take every single day and every single week. It's the habit of saving, the discipline of learning, and the courage to start small and reinvest. But if you stick with it, if you commit to the process, keep learning, and religiously reinvest your gains, you will be amazed at where you are in 5 or 10 years. You'll wake up one day to the quiet confidence that comes from knowing money is flowing in, completely independent of your time and effort. You'll have options. You'll have freedom. So, what's stopping you? Not money, because you can start with $5. Not knowledge, because it's all out there for you to learn. The only thing is a decision. So make a decision. Pick your lane. Take one tiny action right now. Open a new tab and research one REIT. Write down 3 ideas for an ebook. Just start. Start building your forever cash flow today.